Hi, and welcome back to a new Relationship with the Body. I'm Julie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa.
And we want to round out these core 4 emotional series that we've been doing, talking about the 4 primal emotions that we all are required to go through. We don't get out of them.
Lucky us.
Yeah. And have you noticed, look around, people are really exhibiting some interesting behaviors if they are not emotionally literate.
Mm-hmm. I notice a lot on the equipment that I use to scan people that those people who are not emotionally literate, who are not in connection with their body, in connection with how they feel, tend to exhibit stronger symptoms for fewer issues.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we shared that last November. The soul energy has now taken over the body. Yay. It is in the driver's seat. So the soul is going to interact with the physicality in a much different way than when the human got to drive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So where we had, let's say, a lot more leeway, how we got to abuse our body or not pay attention to it, mm-hmm. The soul is really insisting that we pay attention mm-hmm. to the body. Mm-hmm. And that's why if you really look around, almost everyone has some kind of physical complaint right now.
Oh, yes. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Most of it's digestion. They just haven't paid attention. They haven't paid attention to how they feed themselves or care for themselves or what they put on. They haven't paid attention to what they consume as far as media or food or nutrition, or they just haven't paid attention to even those very basic things, let alone how they process what they feel.
Right. And the body is basically not going to take it anymore. It's not going to take the human stuff.
Right. It's not going to take the abuse.
It's not going to take the abuse.
It's like, I'm done.
It's not going to take the unconsciousness.
Right.
And we are all being asked to live consciously.
Right.
And if you look at us, our being very simply made up as our human aspect, our soul, energy, and then our essential nature. Mm-hmm. Just by that very nature, the human has had a lot of things it's like to do and play in, mm-hmm. and the soul is saying, well, come on, we can't do that anymore.
Right? It's time.
It's time. So what we're going to talk about today is lonely. So let's just kind of breathe into that energy of lonely. Now, I don't know, I've felt lonely many, many times, particularly as a child when I did not feel like I was understood. How about you, Melissa?
I think we feel lonely a lot as a child because we don't necessarily have those deeper connections that we can cultivate, that we learn to cultivate when we're older.
Yeah. Yeah. So the gift of actually feeling, remember, we're talking not about becoming lonely. Right. It is about feeling the energy when it knocks on your door. Right. And when you feel it, the gift on the other side is that it connects you deeper to your soul.
Mm-hmm. But think about how it feels to be lonely. It's sort of empty. There's a void there. And inside that void, you have to pay attention to you. You have to pay attention to how am I feeling? What is going on inside my body? You have to examine those things. So part of avoiding lonely, because that's a habitual pattern that we do, mm-hmm. is to also avoid examining the self.
Ooh, well put.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at there.
Yay. Yay. I love it when it just comes through like that. So, again, the feeling lonely is kind of an oxymoron, mm-hmm. because you can be sitting there and feel lonely. I was go, oh wow, I feel lonely.
You could feel lonely in a crowd.
Right.
It doesn't have to be by yourself.
I felt lonely in a family of 10 kids.
Right?
So it doesn't mean, it does not equate to people. It equates to relating.
Right.
Feeling seen.
Right.
Feeling a connection. So if you are feeling lonely and you actually let yourself just feel that energy and sit with it and make it okay and move through it, the irony, you're not
You don't be
lonely
lonely
anymore. That's the beauty of it.
Right.
So you know the routine if you've been watching our videos. We're going to play once more, and we're going to just experience the energy today.
All right.
Okay?
Let's do it.
So let's center. Take 3 deep breaths. And again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Run your energy. In this place, you center. In this space, you get into your heart and out of your head and naturally start to feel better. And naturally start to connect with you. So once again, I'm going to invite you to ask your body to share with you how it feels, how the energy of lonely feels in your body. So body, what does the energy of lonely feel like in my body? And did everybody get it? Ask again if you didn't. Notice. How about for you? What happened?
It felt like my chest was caving in. And then it spread top to bottom through the whole body. But it started right here. It was like just collapsed.
And I felt like this empty cavern. You know, it was just kind of like this, oh, there's nothing here. And so notice for yourself what it is. It probably might be different than what Melissa and I have just shared.
For sure.
Everybody is unique in how we experience our feelings.
You might feel it in your pinky.
Yeah.
No
big-
less
big toe.
valid.
No, it is unique to you. Your experience is unique to you. So the key is to get familiar with what your experience is of this energy. And so as you allow yourself to feel that energy of lonely and move through it, breathing, whatever's there, all of a sudden, I don't know, all of a sudden I just feel like, oh, I'm stronger. I feel like I can sit up straighter. I feel like, oh, I have more of me available to me. And that really is the gift of lonely. I know at this time, everything is changing. And the only thing that is going to stay constant here is you and you.
You. Right.
So does it not make sense to really nurture that relationship with you and you?
Develop a very intimate relationship with your body. How do you feel at work? How do you physically feel, not emotionally feel, but how do you physically feel at work? How do you physically feel at home around your people? How do you feel in the grocery store? What is your body telling you? Because it is talking to you in every one of those activities, whether you're conscious of it or not. Hopefully you will become more conscious of it and realize that all of those different sensations, those impressions, those feelings, those physical feelings are trying to talk to you. They're trying to tell you something. The more you start to learn, what does that feeling mean? Oh, I've experienced lonely. Well, I'm in the middle of a grocery store, or I'm in the middle of a club meeting, and I'm feeling that same lonely feeling.
And this is just about honoring your process as it is. I really would invite you to stop comparing. It really serves no purpose.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't, because we are all unique. And the thing we do have constant are these core 4. So that is the same. If you want something to put your hat on, that's the same.
Right.
But everything else
Right.
is pretty much an influx.
But how we experience them, how we handle them, how we move through them, the physical sensation, those are all different, and they're all dependent on you.
Right. So with that being said, we're just going to wrap it up for today.
Yep.
A couple things. One is, if you are looking for someone to support you through this changing time, I am available. I do one-on-one sessions with people. You can check heartessentialart.com under Emerald Speaks, and I have my sessions there. And Melissa, why don't you share?
I am a traditional naturopath. I do a lot of work with people to find the causes of their symptoms. I don't label them, but we will find a cause for them. I found this great new equipment. It's a Meridian Stress Assessment machine that really helps me get down very deep into the body and find out what frequencies are bothering you, in addition to what organisms are bothering you.
And so if you're baffled by what might be going on and stuff, we just got a teaser from the computer. It's very fun.
It's so cool.
So I would highly recommend you to reach out to Melissa. She is absolutely top-notch at what she does and is very in tune with energy and the whole of the person. And if you want to feel seen, that is a great resource. We hope these videos are benefiting you, blessing you. Please share them. You never know who is receiving this today where they said, oh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Leave a comment below.
Perfect.
Tell us what you think.
Till next time. See
Bye.
you later. Bye-bye.